So obviously creating video and doing it on a consistent basis takes some creativity. So I'd like to discuss what I think the three main elements of a creative system are so that you can make sure you have them all in place. The first is a strategy for your content. You can't just make content and be like, oh, here's an idea for a video and here's an idea for a video and be throwing them out there. You want your videos to sort of take your viewers on a journey so that they get an idea of who you are and get an idea of what working with you would be like. So for example, when I do my daily fuels in my free Facebook group, they're really sort of a preview to what this course is. Stuff that I'm putting into the course, I'm also putting into the free group. But the difference being with the course, it's all laid out and structured for you so that you can sort of follow along with it. In the free group, it's one day it's this and one day it's that. And that's sort of the way that a free group works. Now, with a library of content on your website, you want to sort of take them on a journey a little bit more structured so that they can see what it's like to hire you and work with you. So the strategy should be figuring out what the things that they need to understand before they're working with you. Maybe you know your ideal client is somebody who has certain qualities. So maybe you want to make videos where you discuss those qualities so that the people who resonate with those qualities will say, hey, that's me, I belong here. And the people who do not resonate with those qualities will politely leave and not bother you. Why would you want to take a meeting with somebody who is clearly not your ideal client and does not possess any of those qualities? If you made a video about some of those qualities, or you made a series of videos about those qualities, they would know this isn't me, or yes, this is me, and they'll put themselves in the proper camp. Another thing I do is to walk some of my prospects through my own marketing practices. I have my video marketing series. I made a series of videos. It's a 4-part series where I talk about how I do marketing. And then I also have a PDF download called The Marketing Engine where I talk about how I do marketing. Now, if people were to read that and they were to say to themselves, I don't want to do any of this stuff, then they would just leave. They would just be out of my audience. They'd get off my email list. They'd leave my group. They'd know this isn't for me. Same thing with my daily fuels. If I'm doing my daily fuel in my free group for entrepreneurs and people are watching it going, I don't want to learn anything from this guy, he's nuts, then they're going to leave the group or they're not going to pay attention to the group anymore, and they're certainly not going to buy my courses. For the people who are finding value in the daily fuel and are saying, gee, I think I'm really into what this guy's talking about, I would like some more structure to this, that's where these mini courses come into place. It's the same content as the daily fuel, but put into more structured and organized way. So you have to figure out what is the strategy for the content. Do I want to give them a taste of what's to come if they buy something? Or do I want to sort of lay out the ground rules? Say, this is who I work with. This is what I'm about. These are the things I'm going to teach you if we work together. These are the things I'm going to expect you to do, and these are the things I'm going to do for you if we were to work together. The second element to a creative system is having the right videos for the right platform. Now, a platform being YouTube, Facebook. Primarily, I focus mostly on YouTube and Facebook. But you can also put videos on Twitter, on LinkedIn, and of course, your website. With the library of content, the main videos go on YouTube, and then the embed code is used to put them on your website. And now the website becomes your central hub. Now, why do I say put them on your website? And why not just send them to YouTube? The reason is your website has all the other information about you, whereas YouTube is primarily just your videos. It's mostly about YouTube when they're there. If you send them to your website, they're still watching the same videos, and it could still even be laid out the same way. But there's also your About page. There's also the page that has your services and what you sell. Maybe your pricing page is there. Maybe a contact form or a get started form or an application to work with you. All of that stuff is there. And you can set up your pages not just to have a call to action built into the video, but you could have it built into the sidebar or the footer, or so that when they're watching a video, there's now a call to action to fill out this form and download this freebie. Take the next step and call, or even just watch the next video is fine too. But having the right video on the right platform is crucial, because as people are now on Facebook, you don't necessarily want to have the same video just on your Facebook page, because that's not really how Facebook works. They grab their phone and they're scrolling through. Now, yeah, if something catches their attention and it's a really good video, or they just happen to catch the right video of yours at the right time on the right topic, they might sit and watch the full piece of content. What you can do is create a repurposed video that's sort of like a shorter teaser video, and you put that on your Facebook page with a link to, you guessed it, your web page where your YouTube embedded video is, because you really want them watching these things on your website. You really want to drive the traffic to your website. And if you do have that person who calls you and makes that meeting on Friday, you want to send them to your website too. You don't really want to send them to your YouTube channel or to your Facebook page, because your website, again, is where all the next steps are. Your download, your email list, well, you already have the meeting in this case, but so you're not trying to get them to call you to make a meeting. You already have the meeting, but you know what I mean. It's like there's just more of your brand there that can just drive the point home and either make or break it. And if it's break it, that's fine, because you'd rather it breaks before the meeting. You'd rather they looked at your website and read your about page and looked at your services again and realized, maybe you're not the person for me, before you got in your car or the train or whatever, or the plane. You don't want to find out in the meeting. You want to find out before the meeting. And finally, the third element to this creative process is to have a repeatable system. It's very difficult to create a video series and create this entire library of content on a consistent basis if it's not repeatable. If the video you made once is something that you could only do something like that once, and then you have to reinvent the wheel every time you make a video, that's not something that's going to be very sustainable for you, and consistency is going to be hard. Find the easiest format for your videos, the easiest for you, but still interesting for your audience. It may be something just recorded on an iPhone, or it could be a vlog, or it could be live videos. Whatever it is, start creating this library, but make sure that it's something repeatable, that you can maintain the consistency. Because if you start and stop and start and stop, then what's going to happen is the day is going to come where you want to refer somebody, but the video you need to refer them to is on your to-do list rather than in your library. That's not good. You can't say to somebody, hey, I was gonna make a video about that, but I haven't gotten to it yet. If you can be consistent and build that library, then it's going to serve you well. But it should be something repeatable so that you can set yourself up for success.